Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. अच्छा, प्लीज sit down. बैठ जाओ. अच्छा, इनका तर्जुमा कौन करेगा? Do you speak English?
Assalamu alaikum, Huzoor. Yes, in English, Huzoor.
How many of you speak English, understand English?
Yes, all of Waqfenau in here.
All of you? Acha, okay.
Yes.
Okay, sit down. Acha, what is your program?
Start from Tilawat, Huzoor.
Okay, start from Tilawat then. Tilawat. Who is going to do Tilawat?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. فلما أسلما وتله للجبين وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين. إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين. وفديناه بذبح عظيم وتركنا عليه في الآخرين. سلام على إبراهيم كذلك نجزي المحسنين. إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين. وبشرناه بإسحاق نبيا من الصالحين. وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين. جزاكم الله.
Next.
Quran translation, Huzoor, in English.
Who is going to do it? You name the person who is going to do it.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalam. What is your name?
My name is Muhammad Anwar.
Muhammad Anwar? Okay.
Ji Hazur.
Now start. Are you Indonesian or Pakistani?
Pakistani Hazur.
Acha, what are you doing here?
I live here Hazur.
You live here?
I live here Hazur.
Acha, are you Malik? Are you from Malik Brotherly?
Ji. Malik Biradari se hu.
Acha, chalo, then start.
Hazur, now I'll be presenting the translation of the previously recited Quran Surah As-Sufat, verse 103 to 114. I seek refuge in Allah from the outcast shaitan. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. And when he was old enough to work with him, he said, "O my dear son, I have seen in a dream that I'm slaughtering thee. So consider what thou thinkest of it." He replied, "O my father, do as thou art commanded. Thou wilt find me, if Allah please, of those who are patient." And when they both submitted to the will of God, and he had thrown him down on his forehead, we called to him, "O Abraham, thou hast indeed fulfilled the dream. Thus indeed do we reward those who do good." That surely was a manifest trial. And we ransomed him with a great sacrifice. And we left for him a good name among the following generations. Peace be upon Abraham. Thus do we reward those who do good. Surely he was one of our believing servants. And we gave him the glad tidings of Isaac, a prophet, and one of the righteous. And we bestowed blessings on him and Isaac. And among their progeny are some who do good, and others who clearly wrong themselves. Jazakallah Hazur.
Jazakallah. Next. What next?
Nazam, Huzoor.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi pyare Hazur.
What is your name?
Abdul Majid. My name is Abdul Majid.
Acha. Okay, now start.
Hai daste qibla numa manzum kalam Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Thani radhiyallahu anhu. Hai daste qibla numa la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah. Hai derde dil ki dawa la ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah. किसी की चश्म में फसों साज ने किया जादू. किसी की चश्म में फसों साज ने किया जादू. तो दिल से निकले सदा ला ilaha illallah la ilaha illallah. जो पूंखा जाएगा कानों में दिल के मुर्दों के. जो पुकारा जाएगा कानों में दिल के मुर्दों के करेगा हश्र बापा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह गिरा नहीं रही बाकी कोई मेरे दिल की गिरा नहीं रही बाकी कोई मेरे दिल की हुआ है उक़दा कुशा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अक़ीदा सनवियात है या है को तस्लीस अक़ीदा सनवियात है या है को तस्लीस है कि बहस ओ खता ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह है दस्ते क़िबला नुमा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह जज़ाकल्लाह हसन जज़ा हुज़ूर अस्सलामु अलैकुम
Walaikum
रहमतुल्लाह
salam wa rahmatullah. Yes, next.
English speech, Huzoor.
English speech? Acha, okay,
Yes.
right.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wassalam. What is your name?
My name is Muhammad Talha.
Talha, mashallah. Okay, now start.
Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'du fa'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My beloved Huzoor, the topic which have been given the opportunity to speak about today is the role of Waqfenau in welcoming Tasyakur Jemaat Ahmadiyah Indonesia. During virtual mulakat with Huzoor, one of the Jamiah students asked about what we should do to celebrate 100 years of Jemaat Ahmadiyah Indonesia. And then Huzoor replied that every Ahmadi should offer namaz in congregation, recite the Holy Quran daily, and maintain a relationship with Khilafat, and recite salawat upon the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Moreover, beloved Huzoor also said that within the next 5 years, and upon the centenary of the establishment of the Jemaat in Indonesia, we should set a target to convert at least 100,000 people to Ahmadiyah. Although it is such a huge number, it is not impossible. Furthermore, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Al-Rabi rahimahullah ta'ala once mentioned a story about a mayor in Wales, UK. He's an Ahmadi friend who regularly shares his interest in Islam in a very high social circle. One time, he met a khadim whose style of speech and the light in his eyes convinced the mayor that he was a truthful person, even though they had a very little conversation. Allah Ta'ala states in Surah Fusilat, verse 34, "And who is better in speech than he who invites men to Allah, and does righteous deeds and says, I am surely of those who submit?" Essentially, we need the Allah whose manner of speech is charming. Conversation should be carried out in a pleasant manner. In verse 35, Allah Ta'ala states, "Then verily, he between whom and you there was enmity will become as though he was a close friend." Now moving on to the role of Waqfenau in Tasyakur, Jemaat Ahmadiyah Indonesia itself has several programs and strategies to expedite the progress of tabligh ilallah. Starting January 2021, a new Jamiah building and a new MTS studio is being built in Markas. Furthermore, there will also be a new hospital initiated by Humanity Force. By all means, every Waqfenau should support those initiatives and projects, as mentioned by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyudah Ta'ala bin Nasril Aziz on Friday sermon 28 October 2016. Regarding the selection of an occupation, Waqfenau boys should give first preference to entering Jamiah and becoming missionaries. The Jemaat is expanding, and we need countless missionaries in every country. Next, our hospitals are in need of doctors. There is a great need for doctors and various specialists. The need will increase wherever the Jemaat expands. There are also some needs for architects and engineers who are expert in making buildings so that proper planning and supervision can be done. Better facilities will be able to be produced at lower cost. There is also a need for paramedic staffs, so Waqifin should enter this field as well. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyudah Ta'ala bin Nasril Aziz also mentioned about the need of scientists and how Waqfenau can be a servant to his religion through a scientific research. In this context, Waqfenau will have secular jobs, but the purpose of their work and knowledge will be to demonstrate the oneness of God Almighty and the spread of His religion. Therefore, our Waqfenau have goals, and we also receive clear instructions and guidance from beloved Huzoor. May God Almighty bless this entire world with the blessing of Khilafat and enable us to hold on to good deeds and taqwa to complete the mission of the promised Messiah. Allahumma amin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Jazakallah. Next.
Report from National Waqfenau Secretary Huzoor.
Acha, now give me the report. Who is National Secretary? You? Are you the National
Yes,
Secretary?
Huzoor, I am National Secretary.
Acha, mashallah. Okay, give your report. Okay, give your report
Okay,
then. What is your name?
Yes, Huzoor.
What is your name?
My name is Ahmad Abdurrahman, Huzoor.
Ahmad Abdurrahman. Okay, start.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor. My name is Ahmad Abdurrahman. I am serving Jemaat as National Secretary of Waqfenau Indonesia. And I'm also a Waqfenau. Right now, I would like to present a brief report of Waqfenau Indonesia. First of all, I would like to report the tajnid of Waqfenau in Indonesia. There are 2,016 Waqfenau, which consist of 1,233 boys and 783 girls. Next, the Waqfenau who are serving Jemaat. There are 61 Waqfenau in total who serve as life devotees in several fields, such as 27 persons as missionaries, 20 persons in Jemaat Indonesia Central Office, 6 persons in MTA International Indonesia Studio, 4 persons in Al-Wahid High School of Jemaat Indonesia, 3 persons in Auxiliary Office of Jemaat Indonesia, and 1 person in Humanity First Office. And these are the Waqfenau activities which have been held in 2019 to 2020. First, national and regional istima, which was attended by in charge Waqfenau Markas, Mr. Lukman Ahmed Kiswar. The total participants were 818 58 Waqfenau. Second, as many as 368 Waqfenau participated in National Waqfenau exam. And then we have been organizing an online Waqfenau class 2 times a week to teach Urdu and Waqfenau syllabus. Third, we also held an online Waqfenau Parents Day 2 times in 2020. And the total participants were 1,509. Fourth, we also initiated an online focus group discussion for Waqfenau students. The program has successfully been organized for 4 times and attended by 202 Waqfenau in total. Last, we also quarterly publish Waqfenau magazine, which Huzoor graciously named Ismail. That's the end of my brief presentation. We humbly request Huzoor prayer and guidance for the betterment of Waqfenau in Indonesia. Jazakumullah ahsanul jazaa Huzoor.
That's all from your side. That is all
Yes,
from
Huzoor.
your side. But you did not present any hadith or no passage from the writing or the saying of the Prophet Messiah al-Islam that should have also been included in this program. Huh?
Yes, Huzoor.
When you are making program, then you should also read some hadith in your meetings in hadith and explain that hadith also. And then some passage from the writing of the Prophet Messiah al-Islam, right? And explain it
Yes,
as
Huzoor.
well. So now, what do you say? What is next?
The next is video presentation, Huzoor.
Presentation? Okay, do it.
हम अहद ये करते हैं आका जब आप हमें फरमाएंगे हम अफ्रीका की खिदमत को सब उड़ते उड़ते जाएंगे सब उड़ते उड़ते जाएंगे जो जख्म लगाए मगरिब ने वो हम जाकर सहलाएंगे जो जख्म लगाए मगरिब ने वो हम जाकर सहलाएंगे वो हम जाकर सहलाएंगे और खिदमत क्या होती है ये अब हम वक्फे नौबत लाएंगे और खिदमत क्या होती है ये अब हम वक्फे नौबत लाएंगे हम वक्फे नौबत लाएंगे हम अपने बिलाली भाइयों को सीने से जाके लगाएंगे हम अपने बिलाली भाइयों को सीने से जाके लगाएंगे सीने से जाके लगाएंगे रब ने चाहा तो पशमुर्दा चेहरे एक दिन मुस्काएंगे रब ने चाहा तो पशमुर्दा चेहरे एक दिन मुस्काएंगे चेहरे एक दिन मुस्काएंगे जब जान का सौदा हमने किया तो तन आसानी सोचना क्या जब जान का सौदा हमने किया तो तन आसानी सोचना क्या
इसलिए कोशिश ये करें कि इन लोगों को जमात के लिए सही काम के लिए उनमें इतना शौक पैदा करें और सही यूटिलाइज हो सकें उनकी पोटेंशियल जो है ठीक है
Indahnya alam ranah Minang.
Indonesia. We are Waqfenau Riau Indonesia.
We are Waqfenau Sukapura, Indonesia.
We are Waqfenau Peninggalan Banten, Indonesia.
We are Waqfenau Serang Banten.
We are Waqfenau Habalu, ready to dedicate ourselves for Jemaat.
We are Waqfenau Children Banten, Indonesia.
Ready to dedicate ourselves for Jemaat, insyaAllah.
Waqifat.
Jabar 5 Indonesia.
I would like to say,
I love Huzoor. May Allah Ta'ala always bless you.
you are in the best health.
Amin. Waqfenau Depok sehat. हमारी जिंदगी जमात के लिए वक़्फ़ है। हर हुजूर से मोहब्बत करते हैं। We love Huzoor. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Huzoor might be able to visit Indonesia.
May Allah strengthen Huzoor with His mighty help. Amin.
वो मस्कन है खिलाफत का.
अच्छा, mashallah.
Yes, Huzoor.
Now what next?
Question and answer, Huzoor.
Acha, then I'm going to ask question and you will answer, or you will ask question and I answer. Okay,
Okay, Huzoor.
okay. Now, to a question from the boys, huh? Let them
Yes.
ask the question.
Yes.
Yes, come. Yes, fourth boy from the second row, from my right. Yes, you, fourth, number 4 boy from the second row on my right side. Not you, yeah, the other boy. Yes, you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam. Pray that I can understand your accent. Acha.
Huzoor, my name is Umar Faruk Zafrullah. Regarding to my education, that's biomedical science, what is a suitable or relevant research topic that will be useful for Jemaat?
So when you get admission, and then supervisor, your university will give you some topics.
Okay.
Then when you receive
Yes.
topics from the university, then you should ask me, then these are the topics which university or my professor have suggested for me. So which of them should I pick? Huh? At present, you don't know
Okay.
what type of research you are going to be given. So when you get admission, then you ask your professor, whenever your professor gives you any topic, or he gives you the option that these are the topics, pick any one of them. Then if you want to seek any guidance, then you ask me, right? Then I will tell you
Okay, Huzoor.
what type of topic you should do, right?
All right.
Then you can write to me.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks for your guidance.
All right.
Yeah. Jazakallah.
Wa alaikum salam. Next, the one who, yes, the one who came before him. Stand up. Yes.
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam.
My name is Taufik Khalid Ahmad.
Have you completed your studies?
Yes, I have, Huzoor.
Are you married?
Yes, Huzoor.
Ah,
I just
yes.
married in 2019.
You are married, you have completed your studies, you are doing some job.
Yes, Huzoor.
Where are you working?
I'm a French assistant teacher.
Acha, mashallah. Then, what do you want to ask?
Yes, Huzoor, I have one question for Huzoor. Would Huzoor like to give us blessed guidance on how to maintain the bond of marriage, especially for newly married couple?
Acha, mashallah. So your physique shows, your body shows, the physique you have shows that your wife cooks very good food. So whenever she gives you good food, then you should praise her. Right?
Yes, Huzoor.
And
Yes, Huzoor.
always think that you have to set example before her. And always think that if the relation between husband and wife are not good, then your children will also suffer. And in this way, you will be destroying the future of the new Ahmadi generation. Right? So,
Ji, Huzoor.
the
Yes.
best way is that the man or the husband should set his good examples in the house and always be polite and kind to your wife and children. Right? And then if you do,
Right, Huzoor.
if you behave like this, then there will not be any trouble in your house. And even your children will also get better training and education. And they will improve their behavior also. Right?
Right, Huzoor.
Okay, thank you.
Jazakallah, Huzoor.
Next.
Assalamualaikum beloved Huzoor.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Luqman Ahmad, and my question is, if Waqfin has been desired to continue his study to university,
What
and
Waqfin?
then if Waqfin has been desired to continue his study to university, and then he's facing a financial problem, what is your advice, Huzoor?
See, if it is with regards to your fees and educational expenses, then you can ask Jamaat, and Jamaat can either give you the loan, soft term loan to complete your studies, or the scholarship according to the condition of the student. Right? So if you are doing post-graduation, Jamaat does help to those people. Right?
Yes, Huzoor.
Okay. Now, next.
Jazakumullah.
Last one. Yes, last one. Stand up. Yes, come forward. Come forward.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam. Yes.
My name is Rafif Abdul Wahab.
Acha. Now, what do you say?
Okay, Huzoor, as you might already know, the impact of climate change has been felt throughout the world, and it's getting severe more than ever. So my question is, what is your opinion regarding the current situation of the climate change, and how should we try to address the issue?
You see, this climate change problem is the issue everywhere, all across the world, right? And especially in the third world countries, where the population is increasing in numbers, you can say without any proportion. So, and just to accommodate this population, you are increasing your residential areas. And because of increasing the residential areas, you are cutting the forest. So this deforestation is also causing climate change. So you have to be very particular, very concerned that whenever you cut any tree, you should plant 2 trees to replace that tree. And whenever the population is increasing, you should also increase in that area where there is already some clear area. Not that you cut the forests and do deforestation. And apart from that, you see, this fuel consumption should also be reduced. Now we have become so lazy that if we want to go from one place to the other place and the distance is only 100 yards or 200 yards, instead of walking to the place, we shall take our motorbike or the car to go to that place, right? And in this way also you are polluting the atmosphere. Pollution is increasing in the environment. And there are so many other factors which are causing pollution and climate change. And so we have to be very careful, although we cannot say that because of the fear of climate change we should not produce children or we should do family planning. No, but at the same time we should plan in such a way that forests should not be cut without any proportion. If you cut one tree, you plant 2 trees. Try to establish or develop your areas or increase your to make your new to start new developments, residential developments in those areas which are near to the town and the big villages, so that the forests are not disturbed. And at the same time, use less such type of vehicles which are being run by the fuels and are now making pollution in the atmosphere, right? So, and apart from that, that is a natural process. And if God wishes that He has to reduce the population of this world, then that is the natural process that He will, the law of nature will also work. So whatever we should do is that whatever is in our hand, we should try to do that one, right? So you should, if you are using motorbike, don't use it too much. If you are using car, don't use it too much. It would be better if you walk even up to 1 mile distance. Doesn't matter, right? And also Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya and Waqfenau should start a scheme for the plantation of the trees in the forests and in different areas, right? And in Indonesia also, because of the climate change, you know, the level of the sea is increasing. And now Jakarta is now sinking. There are quite a number of places, the beaches and the seashore areas, where your buildings even are sinking, right? And it is said that after some time, after a few years, you would not be able to see Jakarta on the face of the earth, right? So it is not only that because Indonesian people are not vigilant with regards to take measures for the betterment of the climate, but it is, you see, it's a global issue. So in the North Pole, South Pole, everywhere, it is happening. So we can also pray and also try our best to reduce this climate change, right? Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakumullah.
Yes, Ajo. Yes, come. Yes, stand up, whoever stand up comes. Yes.
Assalamualaikum, Huzoor. My name is Nabil Ali Ahmad.
Acha.
Now I am studying at Faculty of Law, and my question is, as a Waqfin, can we join to state politics?
Yes, you can go into politics. Yes, of course. Even if it is possible, you can stand for a parliamentary seat. You can be politician, yes, of course, and try to enter in the National Assembly through politics. If it is possible, if you can go, of course. What do you say? Yes.
Jazakallah, Huzoor. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Mubarak Ahmad. I'm currently serving as a life devotee in Jamaat office. How do we maintain our spirit of wakaf when we have become a life devotees?
When you are Waqf-e-Zindagi, Waqfenau is also Waqf-e-Zindagi. Some of the Waqfenau have been taken by the Jamaat to do the full-time job in the Jamaat. And some of them are Waqf-e-Zindagi, but they have been asked to do their own job. So being a Waqf-e-Zindagi, always remember that you are doing your work for the sake of Allah. And always think that whatever you do, Allah is always watching over you. Right? And if Allah is seeing us, whatever we are doing, then we shall do our work honestly and sincerely. Right? So, always remember that we have to do our work for this, to seek Allah's pleasure, right? So if we are working with this, important thing in mind, then you will do honestly, right? And pray to Allah also to help you to discharge your duties honestly and sincerely. Okay? Right? Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, next. Yes.
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Muhammad Talha. My question is, what does success in the world mean in the world and hereafter mean to Huzoor, and how to achieve that in balance?
You see, as far as your world is concerned, whatever you are doing, wherever you are working, you do your job honestly and sincerely. Right? Right? So in this way, your officers, your bosses will also be happy with you. And apart from that, not just to make them happy, but Allah Ta'ala have asked you that whatever assignment is, or the work or is given to you, and any job is interested to you, then you should do it honestly, right? And for that, the hereafter, Allah Ta'ala has asked you that there are some obligations. You have to fulfill those obligations. And these are that pray to Allah 5 times daily, right? And seek Allah's help with regards to your worldly job, and also with regards to your spiritual level, so that Allah Ta'ala uplift your spiritual level, increase your spiritual level, right? And if you are discharging your duties towards Allah Ta'ala by praying to Him 5 times daily and whatever other obligations with regards to your religion, you do it. And also be kind and brotherly to your fellow beings, right? In this way, you can also please Allah, and in the hereafter also you will get reward. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Huzoor.
All right. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakumullah, Huzoor.
Yes. Okay, stand up. Yes. First come, first serve. Whoever wants to ask questions should stand up immediately. Yes.
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Waalaikum salam. Yes.
My name is Masroor Ahmad and I currently already serve in Jamaat as a translator. My question is,
you are serving Jamaat as a translator?
I already serve in Jamaat as a translator.
Translator. You are translating from Indonesian to English or English to Indonesian?
Indonesian to English and English to Indonesian too.
Acha, mashallah. Acha. Okay, now ask your question.
Okay, Huzoor, I want to ask, there are so many discrimination cases in Indonesia, so that my question is, can a Waqfin become a policymaker or a government employee to serve to the country for the benefit of Jamaat? Jazakumullah.
Discrimination cases in Indonesia with regards to the Jamaat or in general?
In general, especially in religious matters.
So discrimination. So you mean that should Waqfenau come into this politics and other positions to fight against this discrimination, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I have asked you that even those Waqfenau who are not directly serving the Jamaat, who are not going to Jamia Ahmadiyya, or not those who are not interested in doing medicine and not serving in the Jamaat's hospital, they can go into the public service. And if you are in the public service, you can help reduce the discrimination in the country, because most of the public servants are doing all these things. Politicians are also relying on public servants. So if your public service people, government servants are good enough to do their job honestly, then they will reduce discrimination. And if Waqfenau and Ahmadi boys even are serving in the public service, they can help reduce discrimination in the society. Yes? If you want to go into public service, you can go. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Right, next. Yes.
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Waalaikum salam.
My name is Fadli. Right now, I'm running a business in education system, and I'm the CEO of the company. And I serve Jamaat as well. For a Waqfenau, which one we should choose? Working fully and professionally, full-time in Jamaat and get allowance, a good allowance, or we can do it part-time Waqf and running a business to support ourselves. Jazakallah.
See, you can see your own conditions. If you can spare some time for the Jamaat, at least the weekends should be given to the Jamaat. If you are doing your full-time job and you are then, and it requires your full-time attention in that particular field or your job, then you continue with that. Right? But on the weekends, you should also give some time to the Jamaat, for the Jamaat work. Right? Or if you think that you can spare some time during the weekdays even, and reduce the time given to your own business, then that would also be good. So you will have to decide on your own. What is on your ears? Other side. Is there anything? No? It's just a light. I thought you are using earrings.
Yeah. It's the light, Huzoor.
Acha, light. Acha, you have very shining ears. Okay, mashallah.
Then it's a good thing. Thank you, Huzoor.
Okay, right. So you have to decide on your own. But at the same time, make sure that you must give some time, at least 6-7 hours a week to the Jamaat.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Huzoor. Right.
And how to do justice with it, then it is up to you. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
Yes, Huzoor.
Next. Now you pass on the microphone to the back side. Yes, stand up, yes. Quick. Now last question, now time is short.
Assalamualaikum, Piara Huzoor.
Walaikum salam. Yes.
My name is Hafiz Ahmad.
Yes.
Before this pandemic, Huzoor have traveled to several countries like USA, Canada, Japan, and Australia and Singapore. My question is, Huzoor, what do you usually do on the plane during your traveling?
See, if it is a long journey travel, then I sleep and then I read, and then it all depends on the condition of the travel. If it's 5-6 hours travel, then I take some rest and then do some reading as well. And then if it is prayer time, then some time is spent on the prayers. And then that's all. Even I don't get much time to talk to my wife when I am at home. So sometime while traveling, then we also discuss some other matters. Right? Okay. Next.
Jazakallah.
Yes, last. Now it is last question.
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Alaikum salam.
My name is Manzoor Danish Ahmad. From some documentaries, I learned that prior Khilafat, Huzoor was a person that doesn't like to be the center of attention. So my question is, how did Huzoor manage to adapt the change after becoming Khalifa?
I don't know myself. It is Allah who has changed me. Right? That's enough. Okay. Now, the person sitting at the end, the last person, yes. No, you are the last one? Or okay, you can ask. Right.
Assalamualaikum, Huzoor.
Waalaikum salam.
My name is Rashid Ahmad. My question is how to eliminate laziness.
You see, it is willpower. Make sure that you get up early in the morning, offer Tahajjud prayer, and do Fajr prayer, and then start your work. And if you haven't had enough sleep during the night time, you can also sleep for 1 hour, then start doing your job. So it all depends on your willpower, how strong you are. If you say, oh, no, I'm feeling sleepy, I should go to bed again, then you should not get up early in the morning, then you will remain lazy all the time. Right? So, you have to be strong enough to overcome your laziness. Okay? It all depends on you.
Okay.
How strong you are, how strong your willpower is. Right? Okay, sit down.
Jazakallah Huzoor.
Okay, Allah Hafiz. Now time is over. Then Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In charge sahib, do you want to say something? Secretary Waqfenau.
Yes, Huzoor. We also thank for Huzoor for the blessed guidance and advice to Waqfenau in Indonesia. Please pray for the progress and the betterment
Allah
of
bless you all,
Waqfenau Indonesia.
and Allah bless you all, and Allah also make each and every Waqfenau to strengthen his bond of Waqfenau and strengthen his bond to the Khilafat-e-Ahmadiyya, and work hard for the betterment of the Jamaat. Right? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.